Yat Chawacha, Yat Pulaninga, Taraliya, Palawa, Warrawira. Let's welcome along to the country we're on, and I'd like to acknowledge the Narrawutta people because we are on their traditional area here today. We're about to go into this really sacred site here. The Aboriginal artwork here, they call it the petroglyph style because it's a style that's been etched into rock. It's really hard to know exactly what the story was I was putting in here because we have lost those traditional Aboriginal elders to pass that storytelling down. I'll just show you this panel. You can see the artwork, the traditional rock face is right there. We can see the art that's been etched around here, a couple of circles. Then you can see the rest of it's been removed. People have broken the story by taking away parts of it.
I grew up in this landscape and I enjoyed it. I used to ride around on a horse mustering cattle, and I thought, isn't it beautiful? You know, I sort of had this big picture idea. I didn't really understand the detail, and it was really only when it was pointed out to me by those who knew better, you know, biologists or scientists and things like that, that I started to feel that it was important to protect it into the future. So I've made it a private nature reserve now, and I've put covenants on the management of it. It's a real paradise for predators because I've let the numbers of wallabies build up to such an extent that it's easy hunting grounds. And so here we have, you know, all through the night, carnivores either hunting or scavenging some of the old and the infirm animals that are in the landscape. We might have 50 devils roaming around and only 10 of them are confident enough to come out in front of a shack with a light on it. But those 10 devils put on a show that people just love.
Tarkine's home to 60 rare, threatened and endangered species. We also have the last remaining refuge of disease-free Tasmanian devils. It's quite ironic, the last sightings of the Tasmanian tiger were seen in the Tarkine, and we could very well be the place that sees the last sightings of the Tasmanian devil if we're not prepared to stop it.
I had a typical farmer's attitude to the Tasmanian devil. They were stinking, filthy vermin. We were told scary stories by our parents. You know, like, don't leave your feet outside the tent at night, the devil will eat your toes off. Anyway, their reputation has historically been that they're a destructive animal, and I think people are actually frightened of them. They think that they can kill humans. In fact, they're frightened. You know, they'll run as soon as they get the scent of a human. The devil facial tumour was first noticed in the northeast of the state. Now, it hasn't made it to this part of the state. I think there's a fear that we can have another extinction. The public now regard it as being an icon, so if anything's going to stop the destructive processes of forestry and the roading that's going ahead, that are threats to the Tasmanian devil, it'll be the pressure from the public.
This is a very special rainforest. There's no signs of any disturbance from man.